Hi everyone, I am Divyansh Singh Arya from College Dunia. Today with us we have Dr. Anurag Chauhan sir, HOD Guru Ghasidas University. Welcome to the interview, sir.
Thank you, Divyanshu.
Sir, my first question is, you have held key positions at Education Institute throughout your professional career. What keeps you connected with the education sector and how was your overall experience so far with this institute?
Well, I have been connected with education rather, at many levels. I started as an ad hoc teacher. I worked as a school teacher. I worked as a polytechnic teacher. Then I came to the university teaching. And that has been 25 years at this university. And the experience so far has been great. And there have been ups and downs and all, but I think I love this profession. And what I have understood is that when one joins the higher education scenario, then there is a need to be not only a good teacher, but also to understand the university system, the higher education system, the various components. Otherwise, one may be a very good teacher, very good scholar, but may not be able to deliver on several other fronts. So that is why the whole scenario, the system, how it works, how its various components work, they also need to be understood.
Yes,
so that is one of the important things that one has to develop as a teacher, as a researcher, and also as an administrator.
Yes, sir. Sir, second is, being the HOD of Guru Ghasidas University, what are your roles and responsibilities towards the student?
Well, now there is a plethora of responsibilities that head of the department has to take care of. Now, naturally, the head of the department is a teacher also, so he or she has to engage the classes also, which I also do. So there are matters related to academics and teaching that the head of the department has to take care of, but there are several other non-academic things also, administrative matters also, dealing with infrastructure, for example, dealing with documentation, communicating with different departments, being part of different communities by virtue of being the head of the department, and several such communications which go on, in which the head of the department has to play an important role, whether it is liaising with other departments or outside the university also, collaborations and all, the initiatives which head of the department can take. In all of these, the head of the department has to play an important role.
Okay, sir. Sir, what are the intervention and approaches you bring in apart from curriculum to train and teach the students?
Well, these cover many things, and of course for this you need to have not only a support system, which I have, of very good teachers and scholars, but how it comes down to practical matters or gets realized into things is that we try to give students, even while dealing with our syllabi and academics, real life examples, and try to get their feedback. Monitoring of progress of the students is constantly going on, and then there is a certain personal touch and counseling also, whether it is psychological counseling, whether it is the mentor-mentee relationship which we maintain with the students. Not only that, we reach out to our alumni also, the passed out students, and I'm proud to say that our alumni, they are in various countries, apart from being in India and South Africa, America, Andaman and Nicobar, and various other places, and they are well placed. And they give guidance to our present students. That apart, we help the students and promote them, teach them, train them for project proposals, preparing for UGC, NET, SLAT, and other examinations. We help them by way of remedial English classes and workshops. So these are some of the things that we engage in. To what you asked about our interventions and approaches while dealing with the students.
So that's very impressive, I must say. So what do you see as the greatest strength of the Ghasidas University?
The greatest strengths of Guru Ghasidas University is that, of course, one of the inspiring factor is Guru Ghasidas ji,
Yes.
the great Satnami saint after whom the university is named, and appropriately the university tries to bring equity and access to all these students. Guru Ghasidas ji stood for the downtrodden of the society, and this university also, in line with the aims and objectives of the new education policy of Government of India, tries to give its best. So the education here is of good quality. It is very much affordable also. And when you look at the quality, you can see the number of patents and publications, research, publications, and everything. In those, this university is making its mark by and by. And we are sure that this time we'll get A plus in NAC accreditation. Yes.
Sir, what would you like people to know about your institute they may not know?
Well, of course, I can understand this question, and it's a good question, because what people see from the outside is just a label, Guru Ghasidas University and the Department of English and Foreign Language. But what goes inside, within our limitations of infrastructure and other things, whatever constraints we have, in spite of them, we have progressed ahead. And what we give to the students is a very healthy ambience. The students, whosoever comes to this department, you can ask anybody, they feel very comfortable, like they are in home. I can tell you that in the mentor-mentee sessions that we have had with the students, there are things which students often don't tell their family members, but they have told to mentors. So they trust us. There is a personal touch that we give to these students. There is an opportunity to grow here in every which way. Okay, whether a student wants to write a research paper and wants some guidance, whether a student wants to be a content writer and needs our guidance, whether the student has any personal or psychological problem and wants our guidance, we are always available. The teachers are always available. So this kind of good support system we try to be for each and every student.
Okay. Sir, what are some of the biggest challenges you see both for higher education in general and for Guru Ghasidas University specifically?
Well, the challenges, no doubt, are many. We are a big country, but at the same time, there is a big population that we have to deal with. And, you must be aware that the number of people who enroll for higher studies, that is much less. Okay. The penetration of higher education, that is one of the things we struggle with. And therefore, we feel pained when a student says, कि मेरे घर वाले शादी करा रहे हैं, I have to leave my studies. Yeah, I don't have enough money to pay the fee or to continue my education and such things. So such kind of things. The biggest challenge is parity in terms of syllabi. The biggest challenge is equity and access to be provided to all the students. The biggest challenge, as I told you, parity in terms of syllabi, ambience, and exposure to students of the lowest level as compared to students that come from the metro cities and all. That same kind of thing to provide them so that in all India level examinations and competitions they can compete along with the students of metros. And that is one of the challenges. Then reducing this disparity between humanities and science and technology, when we hear that this student after passing BTech has got a package of 50 lakhs per annum, and then we see our poor students who struggle to find a teaching job at a school or university, then this disparity, that is also a challenge for us. So there is a need for professionalism that has to come in the higher education, because otherwise, foreign universities, private universities, they are coming up, and they will capture everything. For that, we have to bring an increased professionalism and increased quality in our higher education scenario. These are some of the challenges, And then from the teachers' point of view, there are challenges like the teachers who have to wait sometimes for their dues, promotions, etc. That kind of demotivates the long wait. Of course, these are things which are decided by many policies and rules, but nevertheless, these are challenges.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. So lastly, any suggestions you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring student?
Yes. Well, in short, if I say, I'll tell the young people that harness your potential, exploit your potential to the fullest. Then keep your eyes open. There are talented people, talented students who sometimes are not aware of any job opening.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes they want to remain in the hometown or home state, even though they are talented. They can go out and get a very good job, but they want to remain in their home place. Now, this kind of thing shouldn't be there. Be ready to divert, be ready to upgrade, be ready to educate and re-educate yourself, even to uneducate yourself if needed.
Yes, sir.
That is one of the messages I want to give to the students. Invest in yourself and wait for the opportunity. Don't take the plunge, in a hurry, but wait for pile up your education and qualifications, increase your biodata, then only try to get any good job. Don't settle for a lower quality thing, just because you want to earn in a hurry. And then lastly, be sincere, be deep. What Alexander Pope, the great poet, has said, that a little knowledge is a dangerous thing.
Yes.
Drink deep or taste not the Pyrean spring. That is what I want to tell the students, that be sincere, be deep. Don't be superficial and shallow in whatever you do.
Yes. So with this, we come to an end of this interview. Thank you so much. It's been a great talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Bhivyanshu. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming.